children are falling and dying from food poisoning, from eating dangerous food with chemicals, food which contains chemicals, dangerous food which contains chemicals. Uh, Children are dying from that. What is the reason? The reason in South Africa we've got this situation. It's always about the economy. We should track it back to the economy. In 1994, when the white people decided to give South Africans what they called uh, freedom, it was because the white business was actually suffering. The white business was limited to only selling to white communities. The black communities, the black business in the black areas um, was starting to thrive, and the black business was starting to be bigger than the white business in South Africa, because the majority of people in South Africa are black. So when the white business excludes itself from selling to black people uh, because of apartheid, it suffered a lot of losses. Hence, they decided to allow black people to consume the goods from the white man in order to save his business and his economy. In 1994, in order to save the white man's economy, they had to allow the black men to buy in their shops, because black people were not allowed to buy in major retail shops, food retailers. Black people were not allowed to buy from some food retailers in South Africa, meaning black people were buying basically food from their own local areas. So, because black people were buying food from their local areas, their local businesses, the black business which was operating in those villages was starting to grow bigger than the white establishment have anticipated. So, because of this, realizing that the black man is going to have an economic advantage over the white man if this continues, they had to allow black people into the consumer stream economy, into the consumer economy. They had to allow the majority of black people to get into the consumer economy. By saying South Africa is now free, people are free from apartheid. Uh, in reality, nobody was free from apartheid. White people wanted to save their businesses. If you make research and check what happened after 1994, white people have become more richer than before 1994, because now the market is bigger. You've got these black consumers that are allowed now into the market. They are not allowed to sell, they are only allowed to consume. So the black people are allowed to consume from the market. So that was the opening. That is the reason why it was for economic. It's always about the economy. It was for economic reason. It was for economic reason. It was the white man's business which was dying to open for uh, black people, to lie to black people that they are free from apartheid. It was to save the economy of the white man. By then, black people were operating businesses in black areas and they were growing at a bigger rate because the populations of black areas were bigger than the population of white people in towns. So the majority of people were supporting black businesses. That is the advent of the malls. When they started the malls, the purpose for the malls, it was not for development. It was for eliminating the black business in the rural areas. The building of the malls in rural areas and in uh, yeah, basically in rural towns, the building of the malls in rural towns and rural, these days even in villages, is to eliminate the impact of, it was to eliminate the black business which was gaining momentum and gaining power uh, before 1994 into the market, into the black market. So now they had to come up with malls and build malls in black areas to destroy the black retailer, to destroy the black shops, the black spaza shops. So they did it very successful, but they were not satisfied that the black people uh, does not this time around they don't have businesses in their areas. They were not satisfied. They opened for foreigners to come and build spaza shops in South Africa so that the native is economically disempowered, so that the person who owns the land has no means of making any money and is isolated because the moment he gains economic power, then it becomes a problem to the white system. So they opened for the foreigners, the people that we now call my friends these days. The government intentionally opened for these people to come in because it was supposed to be regulated from the first place. You are supposed to have a company. Those people who are operating spaza shops in South Africa, who are foreigners coming from Pakistan, Ethiopia, and other, mainly from Pakistan, with other from Ethiopia, from other African countries like Ethiopia and Somalia. Most of them don't even have any trading rights in South Africa, any trading certificates. They are not paying any tax to the South African government. They are not paying anything. So they were opened up to come and further destroy the business of black people in those black areas. That this is how the white system works. It's how they operate. So now, you because now they found out that the economy, actually that economy that they have given to the foreigners, it's actually a lot of money. They say the Spaza shop business is actually a $1.7 billion business in South Africa, which is quite a lot. It's quite a lot of money. So now, what they want to do, they want to remove the foreigners now so that the retailers, the big retailers, can come into the uh, villages to sell food to black people. They say Boxer and ShopRite, you save, are the fastest growing retailers in South Africa because of that market that they are targeting. So now they are targeting in what they call the township economy, in what they want to call the township economy. They are targeting to remove the foreigner spaza shops from South Africa in order to introduce the supermarkets, the bigger retailers. These foreign spaza shops, they buy stock from somewhere. The food poisoning does not necessarily come from them. It comes from the manufacturers. This is an attack on the business of the spaza shops. This is an attack on the business, on the township economy, in order for the bigger players to come into the township um, economy, in order for the bigger, for Pick and Pay and ShopRite to start, literally start spaza shops in rural areas and also in township areas. The purpose of this food poisoning, it does not only serve to eliminate the population of black people, of which the chemicals that they are putting into this food are very dangerous. They are not only killing the children, they are not only destroying. I mean, if you did not die from the food poisoning, your internal organs have been somehow affected and destroyed. Some of these children will never be able to get children. Some of these children will be sick forever in their adulthood because of this kind of food poisoning. So this food poisoning serves twofold: to reduce the population of black people in South Africa and also in Africa and the world, because the population of black people is the one which is growing younger than any other people in the world. And secondly, to remove them from the market, to remove them from the market, from the spaza shop market, so that the bigger supermarkets can come and build containers, can come and build spaza shops in South Africa. That's how they operate. It's always about the economy. It's always about the economy. This is an attack. This is not just happening. This is not just a sporadic happening or something that is happening out of nature. It's an attack on black people in South Africa. It's an attack. It's an attack on the life of the black child, to destroy them in order to reduce their population. as per the food agenda. And also now to close the spaza shops. Now they want to close the spaza shops that are owned by foreigners. They want to shut them down so that the bigger supermarkets can come into the market and take over the market. Let me share. I want to share. Can't find what I wanted to share. But what I wanted to share a video that talks about the food industry. I wanted to share in any way it was gonna show me it was gonna be removed from YouTube for because what I'm talking about is very serious. So whenever I share any video, they may remove it and say copyright issues. They pick copyright issues, while it's actually what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is more important for controlling people and controlling the world. Food is very important for controlling people. That's why even when you want to trick somebody into loving you, you take them out and give them food. Take them out and buy them food. And when you do that, they think you love them because you bought them food. He took me out and buy me food, so he loves me. So food is very important for controlling people, and food is very important for convincing people. Food and love is linked. So today I wanted to come out and just share my opinion on what is happening on the food poisoning, because people look at it in a different angle. Normally they look at it in a propaganda way. This is not like this is an attack. It's a real attack which is happening, which is orchestrated. If you want to get rid of this problem, you need to check where the food come from, where the food comes, where the food gets manufactured. The people who control this food does not necessarily come from outside. Most of this food is manufactured here in South Africa in these farms that are here in South Africa. The food is manufactured in these farms, so the poisoning come from the manufacturing. So the spaza shop, they are also under attack. It's not like it's only people who are under attack. The spaza shops themselves are under attack because they want to remove them from the economy in order to introduce Pick and Pay, Shoprite, Boxer, and all these bigger shops to occupy the village market, so that black people does not have any space to do any business in the black areas. The sabotaging of the black people, black business which was growing, has happened successfully by introducing the malls and also introducing the uh, the foreigners, unregulated foreigners who were allowed to come and take over the township and village economy by the government intentionally, in order to ensure that the person, the local person, is stripped of economic power. I want to appreciate everybody for joining, everybody for watching. I just wanted to share my opinion on that. Please give me your opinion. Tell me what you think about the food industry and the food poisoning and what is happening, the GMO food, all of this, even the uh, food that they feed the children, the milk that you buy for the infants, the milk that you buy for the infants in these retail shops, it's poison. It's meant to destroy children. It's meant to make them dull, and it's meant to make them grow sick. Thank you very much for your attention.